deciphering it. But to a knower, a person that pays attention, someone that's highly intuitive to the movement of spirit, there are no coincidences, friend. I'm here to tell you. And regardless to if you realize what is in front of you or not, the power of God will move regardless, friend. You will be used regardless, whether towards a greater good or towards a greater evil. Whichever way, you will be used. I'm going to give you an example. Look at Pharaoh. When God sent Moses back to Egypt, and he gave him a word during his interaction with him at the burning bush, he told Moses that he would harden Pharaoh's heart. I believe he told Moses while he was at the burning bush. He might have not have told him then, but he told Moses prior to, I'm almost sure he told him at the burning bush, but he told him prior to him going upon Pharaoh and telling Pharaoh all that God had commanded Pharaoh to do. Moses was not ill-equipped. Now, whether Moses remembered it when he went in front of Pharaoh or not, it doesn't matter. Moses knew prior to what he would encounter when he came upon Pharaoh. It wasn't a surprise. But to Pharaoh, it was a surprise. And this is the part that I want you to understand. God will reveal certain things to you that God will not reveal to somebody else. You'll stand in a knowing where you don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. It's not as if you can say, okay, I quit. It's not like Moses could say, you know what, this is too difficult for me, God. I am not going to do this. I renege on this. I'm out of here. He could not do that. So when he comes to Pharaoh, he looks as if he's giving Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the world at the time, an ultimatum. And Pharaoh's thinking in his mind, the audacity of this individual, not knowing what Moses experienced before he walks into Pharaoh's life. Many of us are having these types of experiences, and we're blaming one another for these experiences. But I am here to tell you, friend, you cannot blame any one man or woman when God moves. You have got to put the blame on God. We can look at Samson. When Samson, it speaks it in the Bible that God put the spirit, God set it up for Samson to love the Philistines. This is why he didn't punish Samson for loving the Delilahs and the woman and the other Philistine women. He put the spirit in Samson to do it. Samson was being led. And this is why Samson never defaulted over to any of the women of Israel, because he didn't have it in his spirit. When we look at Paul, and he's saying, God, he came and petitioned God 3 times to take this calling away from him. But God put a buffer of the disciple of Satan upon him to keep him in alignment. These are all things that God does. But the world didn't know this. And Paul is trying to explain this to the people. But they don't really feel him on this. All they see is a person doing these things in the world and how they feel about it. And they're angry with him because he just don't quit. He just won't stop. Not knowing he has no choice. He can't stop. And if he conveys this to them as he did, he looks like he's just making excuses to legitimize him continuing to come forward and doing what he's doing.